A fried egg is a fried egg, right? Not exactly. It's easy to level up your fried eggs, and you can do it with ingredients you likely already have in your pantry. If you love all things pickle flavored, or you never hesitate to use the leftover pickle juice in the bottom of the jar for a salad dressing or marinade, you'll want to use this trick. It's offered up by content creator Dan Clapson. In a TikTok video, he shows how you can simply add a bit of pickle juice straight from the jar to your almost done fried eggs. Simply pour over the top as a finishing flourish and let the juice reduce off.
Looks like some pickle juice might have fallen in.
The result is a ton of extra flavor, and commenters have chimed in with explanations as for why this works. Pickle-adjacent flavors are already favorites when paired with eggs, such as dill and fermented accents like those from kimchi. Don't use all your pickle juice on your fried eggs, though. You're going to need a little bit to add to your Bloody Mary. Whether you call it chili crisp, chili oil, or chili sauce, this highly popular condiment is more or less always delicious. If you're unfamiliar, it's a mix of fried until crispy chili peppers and similarly flavorful ingredients infused in oil, along with some seasonings. You can easily make your own chili crisp at home, but you can also buy it in the store, thanks to the condiment's growing popularity. Chili crisp is an excellent addition to your fried eggs for a few reasons. 1, it adds a ton of flavor, especially if you prefer your eggs with a bit of a spicy kick. 2, since the chili crisp is oil-based, it can take the place of whatever fat you might normally fry your eggs in. To use it, add the chili crisp to your pan and bring it to heat. We recommend using more of the oil and less of the crisp for this. However, if you do get some bits in there, make sure to keep the heat at medium or below to ensure they don't burn. Once your spicy oil is hot, fry your eggs and get ready for a big burst of flavor. If you have a full spice rack, reach for some paprika. Made from ground, dried peppers, paprika lends extra flavor to your fried eggs, especially if you opt for one of the more interesting varieties. Go Hungarian for complex, sweet-leaning deep flavors, or try Spanish for a smokier slant. Regional paprikas use unique blends of pepper, ensuring a different profile across each spice.
Let's invite some of this to the party. Ooh la la, paprika, eureka!
In addition to sprinkling a little paprika over your fried eggs as you cook them, you can add it to your cooking oil before you fry your eggs. This is similar to how you might make an infused paprika oil, which is often seen in sauces, marinades, or as a garnish. Harissa paste is essentially chilies blended with garlic, oil, and spices. Sometimes additional ingredients are added, like tomatoes or citrus juice. There are varying levels of spice, but harissa is always super fragrant. All you have to do is add your preferred amount of harissa to your skillet while you heat your oil. Then add your eggs and fry them like normal. The result is an extremely flavorful egg, with just a tinge of red. If you like sesame in any form, you might like sesame seeds on your eggs. But don't just go with plain old sesame seeds. Instead, use toasted sesame seeds, which have a far nuttier flavor. You can toast sesame seeds in a pan over medium heat for just a few minutes. However, if you're already frying some eggs, you can shorten the cooking process by toasting your sesame seeds first, then frying your eggs in oil in the same pan. For more varied flavors, try using different kinds of sesame seeds beyond the most common white variant. Black sesame seeds are crunchier and more fragrant, while white sesame seeds are sweeter. For a little Italian flair, fry your eggs in pesto. This simple mixture of basil, olive oil, parmesan, and pine nuts offers unmistakable flavor. Additionally, because it's oil-based, it's a perfect option for frying your eggs. Just add the pesto to your pan, followed by your eggs. This simple idea works for all types of eggs, not just fried. Still, using pesto for your fried eggs is as straightforward as swapping the pesto for cooking oil, then adding salt, pepper, and red pepper flakes. You can add pesto on top of your fried eggs as well. Pesto fried eggs go great as a topping for a scrumptious piece of buttered avocado toast. Who doesn't love buffalo sauce? Savory, tangy, and perfect on wings or in a dip, buffalo sauce pairs amazingly well with fried foods and cheese. And it's a perfect accompaniment to your fried eggs, especially if you also melt some cheese on top. It's also a great addition to a fried egg and cheese breakfast sandwich.
Y'all still got that delicious buffalo sauce?
Consider actually cooking your eggs in the buffalo sauce. Add a few teaspoons of sauce to the pan per egg. You're trying to fry your egg, not poach it after all. Then crack your egg onto the sauce. Cook like normal, flipping and allowing the egg to reach your desired doneness. If you're not already using leftover bacon grease to fry your eggs, then where are you putting it all? Bacon fat is an amazing cooking fat that adds salinity to your dish. It just makes sense to use bacon fat to cook the rest of your breakfast. You can, of course, cook your bacon in your pan, then cook your eggs in the residual bacon grease. However, you can also use pre-cooked and stored leftover grease. When stashing your bacon grease for later use over fried eggs, let the grease cool, strain it to remove any solids, then store it in a glass jar in the fridge. The grease will harden into a Crisco-like fat, which you can then scoop and use as needed. If you crave a different kind of bacon texture in your fried eggs, consider using pieces of bacon meat while frying. You'll need pre-cooked bacon broken into small pieces for this technique. Crack your egg into the pan, and while the egg is still forming into a solid, drop small chunks of bacon into it. As the whites harden, your egg will be studded with bacon. Using cream to fry an egg produces a luscious texture that you won't get any other way. This is an option for those who want a fried egg that's on the silky and soft side, rather than one that's slightly crispy around the edges.
Say what?
For this method, you add heavy cream to a pan. Again, not too much, because you don't want to end up poaching the eggs. Then you crack the eggs on top and let them cook until done. The result is very similar to shirred eggs, which are made by pouring cream into ramekins, cracking the egg into the dish, then baking the combination until done. If you try this though, be careful to manage your heat. You don't want to curdle the milk. If you take a handful of shredded or grated cheese, like Parmesan, sprinkle it into a circle on a parchment paper-lined baking sheet, and pop it in the oven, within a few minutes, you'll get beautiful golden circles of crispy baked cheese, like a little snack cracker. Then you can add an egg to it. Adapt this method for your fried eggs by placing small mounds of shredded cheese in a large, non-stick skillet. As the cheese begins to melt, crack your eggs onto the cheese. Once the fried eggs are ready to flip, slide your spatula beneath the cheese and turn the eggs over. You'll find that the cheese and eggs have fused together without mixing. So now you have a fried egg with a lovely, crunchy, all-cheese layer on the bottom. Much like harissa, Thai curry paste is a condiment made from a finely blended mix of chilies, aromatics, and spices, along with the occasional extra ingredient like dried shrimp or peanuts. And like harissa, Thai curry paste has a spreadable consistency that makes it perfect for frying an egg.
What's that curry taste?
Curry. To make a Thai curry fried egg, simmer a few tablespoons of coconut milk before mixing in Thai curry paste. Look for a smooth consistency, then crack the egg atop the mixture and allow the curry to cook it. You don't want to cover the egg completely, and the temperature should be high enough that the edges of the egg firm up rather than spreading into the milk. If you want to get extra fancy, you can serve your Thai curry fried egg on toast with a sauce made from basil, coconut milk, and fish sauce. While you might at first think that vinegar wouldn't pair well with something as simple as a fried egg, consider that pickle juice works, as do vinegar-based condiments like buffalo sauce. So breaking out your favorite high-quality vinegar is a worthwhile decision for frying eggs. But this isn't the place for your basic bottle of white vinegar. You want the liquid to impart something into the egg. For this option, don't cook your eggs in the vinegar. Instead, reduce the vinegar in a pan after your eggs are cooked, creating a sauce with the remaining butter. Then pour that over your eggs. Not feeling like going through the extra steps? You can drizzle wine vinegar on top of the eggs after cooking. Either way, the acidity will add layers of flavor to your eggs. If all these chili-based pastes seem a little out of your wheelhouse or just aren't ingredients you typically find in your personal pantry, consider going with a more basic paste, tomato paste. It's readily available and will add a bit of vegetal and fruity acidity to your fried eggs without increasing the heat.
This can contain tomato paste.
Thank you, Nelson.
To fry your eggs in tomato paste, use a little bit of olive oil, then add the tomato paste to the heated oil. As the paste begins to cook, add the egg on top. The tomato-infused oil will add even more flavor to your egg. And then, when your egg is finished to your liking, you'll have an egg with very light garden notes, but also some of that cooked and caramelized tomato paste throughout. Salt and pepper are a must for this one, as tomato paste on its own can be slightly bland. Consider just using plain olive oil to cook your eggs rather than butter. While butter adds flavor to your eggs and the high fat content makes for a nice texture, olive oil has its benefits as well. For example, oil leads to a crispier finish, so if you like your eggs to have more of a cooked texture or egg whites that have browned on the edges, you'll prefer cooking your eggs in olive oil. Additionally, olive oil is healthier than butter, and although it's not the highest smoke point oil, it does take longer to start burning than butter, allowing you to cook your eggs at a higher temperature. Finally, olive oil is versatile enough that you can infuse it with any other flavors you might like for a perfectly textured egg that reflects your personal taste. Why choose when you can have both? Combine butter and oil to fry your eggs and find out why 2 fats are better than 1. This method should be undertaken carefully though. You want to get the high cooking temperature of the oil and the creamy flavor of the butter to merge so that you enjoy the benefits of both cooking fats.
Wouldn't 2 be better than 1?
Add the oil to your pan first, let it come to heat, and then add in your butter. As your butter starts to melt, crack in your egg. The melting butter and egg will combine into one buttery treat, while the oil does all the cooking to deliver that desired crispy texture. Using this method, you can choose to either flip your egg to cook the top or spoon on some of the surrounding oil until the top of the egg cooks as well.